Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the talking points from social media. And Cal, thank you, my friend. Look at this. There was a confrontation that took place a few months ago before Jade was injured, right? So before the attack. So you're going all the way back to the end of 2024. It's been confirmed by a half dozen people that it happened, but no one's gone into details, only saying that Jade had rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, right, in the Raw women's division. Shayna Baszler was wanting to fight her for real, right, until management found out and calmed the situation down. The time frame was when we was doing Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. They were having matches against Bianca and Jade Cargill. It wasn't said that what happened in particular, but it's not just one thing. The belief from some is that it stemmed from things that happened inside the ring and some things that didn't. One woman star said they believe the tension within the SmackDown side is worse than the Raw side. That's crazy. Never hear about like backstage issues like that. They happen, but Shayna Baszler wanting to actually get into a fight with Jade Cargill. That's crazy. But honestly, there's so much news today. We would normally spend longer on that, but there's no time. J Omega, shout out to you. WWE has announced NXT Battleground show is going to take place on May 25th on Memorial Day weekend. That just happens to be the same day as AEW Double or Nothing. That's not a problem for us because we don't watch AEW, but it will be a problem for some of you out there. And it is worth mentioning that they've also announced Saturday night's main events on the Saturday, NXT Battlegrounds on the Sunday, Raw on the Monday, and NXT on the Tuesday, all coming from the same location. So very exciting. Edward, shout out to you. So this coming from Wrestling Observer newsletter, this very interesting news. The Rock was reportedly pushing for Cody Rhodes to turn heel in the build to WrestleMania, but Cody Rhodes turned down the idea. He didn't want to do it. But apparently he was pushing for Cody to turn heel. I heard the Rock was interested in Cody joining him, and John Cena was like a plan B. And then also there's this as well. So John Cena's heel turn was reportedly originally planned to happen at WrestleMania, but it was decided on the day to do it at Elimination Chamber. I don't know about that. I don't know, because how would that segment have gone? How would the segment have gone? So Cody would have said no to The Rock, and then what? The segment would have just ended. I mean, like, there surely would have been a plan for something to have happened, right? I mean, would The Rock have just walked away and said, "You will regret this, Cody," or something like that? It's hard to picture that segment going a different way now. But yeah, this is coming from Wrestling Observer newsletter. So perhaps The Rock wanted Cody for real to turn heel, and Cody went, "No, I'm not doing it." So then they were like, okay, well, let's get John instead. And the plan was John was going to turn, but it was going to happen at WrestleMania, right? It wasn't going to happen at the Chamber. But then they decided, no, let's have John turn at the Chamber. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm just piecing together what we're hearing here. Obviously, it's coming from Wrestling Observer newsletter. We know that Dave Meltzer has been swinging and missing quite a bit recently, so pinch of salt, yeah? Pinch of salt, but this is us trying to put pieces together, right? And this is what we're operating with. So, Edward, shout out to you. Howdy, LFC. So here, Corey is saying John Cena has been announced for Saturday night's main event on May 24th in Tampa. So this is all in Tampa. Saturday night's main event, NXT Battleground, Raw, NXT, all coming from Tampa. And John Cena has apparently been announced for that show. That show is going to be huge. So howdy LFC, shout out to you. Yeah, breaking news. So Lex Lugar is going to go into the WWE Hall of Fame. And obviously, they showed the moment where Cody came in and broke the news. Lex standing up, and you can see how thrilled he is to be going in. So that is the next announcement. So here's Triple H. So Miss Clown, thank you. Triple H says, Lex Lugar has overcome challenges his whole career, not only becoming a champion in WCW and an incredible WWE superstar, but he has overcome challenges in life that are truly inspirational. He will now take his place as a member of the 2025 Hall of Fame. So there we go. Lex Lugar, from an in-ring perspective, absolutely deserves to go into the Hall of Fame. Okay, Elite Rockers. So per PW Insider, it is confirmed that Cody Rhodes has a black eye. Doesn't he just? We saw that tonight. And or a bruise after what happened at Elimination Chamber. However, he does not have other injuries, such as a ruptured eardrum that has been talked about. Dave Meltzer lying again. If this is true, and he doesn't have the ruptured eardrum, I sort of feel like I know where that's come from. Xavier Woods mentions it in a video that he posted on social media. I watched that video. There's a chance Dave Meltzer watched that video. And Xavier mentions a ruptured eardrum in that video. And I took it as a throwaway comment. A bit like, man, Cody got the shiz kicked out of him. Like, he didn't really, right? He didn't literally. But, like, that's how bad it was. And it feels like Xavier was saying, man, Cody got hit so hard, ruptured his eardrum. Like, it felt very throwaway. Like, not really, but it was probably hard enough to do that. And I think Meltzer might have seen that and then reported it as, this is what's happened, this is facts. So I sort of feel like I know where this has gone wrong, if it's gone wrong, right? We're going to have a little look into this a little bit later, right? But, yeah, this coming from PW Insider, black eye, bruise, but apparently no ruptured eardrum. John Cena announced for Saturday night's main event. We spoke about that. Little fuego, thank you. And Malakai Black's WWE brand has been revealed. So, Winter Soldier, shout out to you. I've not read this yet, but I have heard that it's meant to be SmackDown. According to PWN, so let's make sure we're giving credit where it's due. So according to PWN, Malakai is expected to return to WWE as part of SmackDown. This won't be a huge shock due to his wife Zelina Vega being on SmackDown and WWE often trying to book couples to be on the same show. That is very true. And actually, we've spoken about that. We've spoken about the fact that that was where we was expecting him to go because they do normally try to keep couples together. So looks like he is on his way to SmackDown. So there we go. Quite a bit of news. What have we got in Wyatt's? Oh, that is still left over from yesterday. So nothing new there, unfortunately. Is this left over? No. So here, Cena's newest post. Stone Cold definitely showing up night 2. I mean, not definitely. So John Cena has posted this out, and it says Stone Cold Soul. I mean, make of this whatever you will. We know that John Cena just puts up really random stuff on his Instagram. And whoever's running it, I don't even know if it's John, but whoever's running his Instagram, it would be wise to be putting up little teases and little things that people are talking about. And people are talking about Stone Cold potentially coming to Cody's aid. So, I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't really read much into this. I certainly do not have that vibe, right? It could happen, but not definitely. So, yeah. Interesting. Casper, thank you. And here's some actual unseen footage, said Logansby.
I'm not the same guy, Mike. Don't get it, man. I'm not the same guy.
Watch your step up here.
That's not the same guy, Michael. That's not the same guy. That's Cody there talking about John Cena following the attack. Right, let's go SmackDown and we'll blast our way through this, shall we? So the show opens with Drew battering Damian. This was really good because we normally see them backstage just heading into the arena, but we saw Drew and he spotted someone and he just went running over and started murking Damian. So I thought that was really good. Then we had a Randy promo. It was fine. Didn't set the world on fire. But he was talking about John Cena. He said John Cena has always been on top of this profession. Now he's just a bottom for The Rock. I guess that gives a whole new meaning to the term rock bottom. As well as that, he was, there was booing for John, right? He mentions John, crowd boo. Ooh, okay. Yeah, wow. So that was his reaction when the crowd started booing John Cena. Kevin Owens, you've gone and done it. You've gone and peed me off. He was talking about how Kevin was jealous, kind of really broke down why he's jealous. And it was fine. I mean, it was pretty paint-by-numbers stuff, to be honest with you. But Randy making it very clear that he has set his sights, unsurprisingly, on Kevin Owens. Right, Blake said, I found it. Oh, I love this. I flipping love this. I was like saying during the watch long, oh, guys, can someone find me this pin? Right? I'm not interested in this bit, right? I'm interested in the pin. The pin makes me laugh. So she hits the prettiest moonsault. This was our first match. This was Tiffany against Piper Niven. And Tiffany wins. She hits the prettiest moonsault. And then look at this pin. Look at this pin. Right? Goes over. 1, 2. I don't... She's like really leaning into it. And she leans into it so much she goes for a ride. 1, 2, whoop, off we go. Like she starts like slipping over Piper. I just thought it was such a fun pin. She's got her legs flailing around and there we go. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. No one else seemed to be bothered about it, but I thought it was really funny that she was going for the pin and she was like slipping back and she had her legs in the air and everything. I really like it though, because, you know, when you see people, sometimes people pin and they don't even hook the leg. Like not only did she hook the leg, but she was really leaning into it so much. She went flipping surfing. So look at that. I don't know why it cracks me up. I love it. So Blake Go2, thank you. But a lot of people found that for me after I mentioned it. So a big thank you to everyone that tagged me in that. So Tiffany got the win, right? Then, of course, Charlotte came in. I don't know what this attire was. Something from flipping Pocahontas. And we got a figure 8 applied to Tiffany. Then during commercial break, we had a new graphic, the road to WrestleMania and John Cena. Do you remember? Wasn't it on Raw? They did the same thing, but it was John in a brightly coloured shirt. Now here's Moody John. We've got Moody John now. So there we go. And then our second match, Pretty Deadly against Los Garza against Motor City Machine Guns, trying to find that number 1 contender. It was Pretty Deadly that emerged victorious. So big win for them. Let's go in the next one. Okay, we saw the Philadelphia 76ers. There's John and Barry and Michael and Petey and all of them. All the 76ers were there. Then we got to this segment. Oh, mates. You lot scored this segment. We don't normally do that, but this was so good. You scored it great. 67%. Bianca making her way down, all in black. Sports Keeda saying Bianca Belair is here, dressed in black. But for whose funeral? Naomi would come out and they went round the houses a little bit. She would not answer the question, but eventually she did. Naomi, or Trinity, she said Trinity, her real name, did you attack Jade's? Naomi responded, I did it. I did it for you. I did it for us. Bianca said, this is me and you, we're done. Naomi just admitted that she's the one who attacked Jade Cargill. Big segment. She was in black. Right? Then this moment right here, Jade, look at this attire. White with like blood all over it, but the blood was like sparkly, glitter kind of stuff. It's quite a powerful image, this, where they like stare at each other. Look, she sort of shakes her head. Like, how could you? But apparently she didn't know. That might turn out to not be true. But as of right now, it feels like she didn't know. Yeah? And Jay's like, how could you? How could you? And then she walks past. So she's not looking to attack Bianca, but there is a little shake of the heads. And Bianca's like, you know, go do what you got to do. And she did. She murked Naomi. Naomi gets jaded. Liv Morgan said, y'all already know that if I push Jade on that car, I would be squatting down, taking a selfie with her screaming, I did it. So there we go. Liv's like, couldn't have been me, because I would have had evidence and everything, and I would have gloated about it. Right, B-Fab bumped into Charlotte. These two had a few words, and it has set up a match for next week. B-Fab's got a match with Charlotte, says Julian, and it's in Barcelona as well. Lovely. Right, then we went to our next match. This was Braun against Solo. Braun was winning, and then we had Tama Tonga interfere. So Braun does get the win, but not by pinfall, by DQ. So Tama Tonga gets involved. Braun then starts beating up Tama Tonga. Jacob ain't going to stand for that, right? He might not have much affection for Solo anymore, but he seems to still have a lot of love for Tama. And so here comes Jacob Fatu. He comes down, but then they fight in the crowds. And then we get this moment here. Boom! Chokeslam through tables. So there we go. Good angle here, actually. Bang! Looks really good. Looks really good. So there we go. Jacob getting planted through some tables. Look at this moment. An emotional shot, said Roman Reigns SCN. So Marne Morgan. Look at that. There's Bianca looking at Jade's emotion. Oh my God. So good. So good. All of this is perfect. Here she is dressed as Cactus Jack. Amazing. And the Secret Herb is still feeling the effects of her match with Tiffany earlier. Amazing. And there was Michin making her way down. Michin in her Philly gear, because we were in Philadelphia this week, of course. So good. So good, right? Let's go down. So we had a street fight between Chelsea and Michin. Tables. Yeah, the table botched, didn't it? So here she went over, right? Bang, bang, bang. So the table kind of breaks, but it's still standing. It's just sort of like, it's just collapsed, but it hasn't totally collapsed. Michin's like, not bothered. She ends up jumping off the top anyway, and she just runs with like this. But yeah, it was kind of a fun spot. But she couldn't get the win because there's a new member in the Secret Hervis, and it is Alba Fire. Alba Fire is a new member of the Secret Hervis. Oh my God. Alba on SmackDown, a new member of the Hervis. Wow. I did wonder how they were going to use her, because without Isla Dawn around, she can't really do the one-woman witch gimmick. Plus also we've got Nikki Cross, you know? So this is a change, I think, that was needed. It's going to give her more purpose. It's going to strengthen the Hervis. It's going to strengthen Chelsea's chances of keeping that championship. And Michin screwed over once again. Really good, though. Really good. Backstage, Andrade bumped into Berto, and he was saying, why do you take being spoken to like that from Santos? You deserve better. That's interesting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Metal Mama, you are right. That eye, moody. No, whoa, said the boulder. No woe. So when the woe happened, he had something in his ear. I think it was cotton, and he took it out. So this is why the ruptured eardrum is still a little bit questionable. I think, though, he will have seen what people were saying. It would not shock me if he chose to do it to kind of sell a ruptured eardrum, even if it's not really ruptured. It would not shock me for him to do that, right? And he took this like cotton out during the pyro and the woe. He didn't join in with the woe at the start. Look at the eye. Look at it. The man who never gave up, I'll tell my daughter, gave up. Cody Rhodes on having to explain his injuries to his daughter. This was great. You cheered me. You chose me, Philadelphia. My dad was always worried about coming here. He didn't really go into details as to why, but he was like, I've never had those concerns because you cheered me. You chose me. It was so good. This was the best Cody Rhodes promo I have seen since he came back. It was that good. John Cena, clearly you want some, so come get some. So good. And he joined in with the woe at the end. Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton has been set for SmackDown next week in Barcelona. Then we had a big Claymore, which meant that Drew got the win over Jimmy Uso. This match really didn't do much for me, to be honest. That Cody segment, great, 71%. People thought it was just a little better than the Bianca Naomi segment, but both of them, excellent. So Drew got the win, then Damian would attack from behind, start beating up on Drew. So it does look like Drew, Damian for WrestleMania. Then we go over here and Barcelona, are you ready? Cody Rhodes is going to be on Miz TV next Friday. DIY take on Street Profits for the tag titles next Friday. BFAB against Charlotte next Friday. Randy Orton, Carmelo next Friday. Next Friday from Barcelona, Spain. Oh, so good. Main event time. Look at this entrance gear. Look at that. Did Chad visit Shinsuke? I didn't get that impression, but that is great entrance gear. Love that. But it was no good. LA Knight would emerge victorious, and we've got a new United States champion. So this is how the show ends. LA Knight getting his United States championship back. Here's Berto. Doesn't really know what to say after what Andrade said to him. This was the moment where Cody pulls that cotton wool out of his ears. Look, pyro goes off and he takes it out. There is a picture where you can actually see it is cotton wool, right? Did you notice Cody pulling the cotton out of his ear? So he did at the start. Here as well, Alan, thank you. Did anyone else notice that, was it Elimination Chamber? These two were in white. Jade was in black. And then on SmackDown, Bianca and Naomi were in black. Jade was in white. So they're just not on the same page, are they? Even Bianca and Jade are just not on the same page. Attire-wise, colour-wise. Is there something to that? Did Bianca know? But then if she did know, why did Naomi protect her by having this moment that felt real, where it felt like Bianca was finding out for the first time? Why would Naomi do that for her? There does definitely feel like more twists and turns on the way. Right, Detective of Wrestling said, Drew mentions black sheep of the family, and then we cut to Braun Strowman heading to the ring. That is intentional. There's no way that's a coincidence, says Detective of Wrestling. Is there something to that? Could it be the... I don't know what would be teased, to be honest with you. I don't know what we would be teasing. But is there something to that where he talks about black sheep? I don't know if I'll get away with playing it. I'll try.
The black sheep of the family.
The black sheep of the family walks away.
Our Byron Saxton.
And then we cut to Braun. It's interesting. I don't know what it's indicating, though. Johnny, shout out to you. So I wanted to see this. He goes over to the woman in the crowds, right? Here we go. Goes over to the woman. Look at her. Ah, I love when she jumps up. Ah, like proper arms in the air and everything. Oh my God. She is so happy and deservedly as well. Randy fangirl. Randy Orton slapping his arm. Could this mean anything? So after he did his promo, Blake just wondering, is that a reference to The Rock? Don't know. Wrestle Night, shout out to you. Liv Morgan said, I would actually love an apology, Bianca. I think we both can agree that I'm owed one. I don't need it right this second. I'll give you a minute to digest. That is so good of her. That is so good of Liv. I don't need it right now, but I think I am owed one. So, very good. Here we go. Look, Triple H, LA Knight. Yeah. So there's the picture, obviously. Here we go. Then posing. Boom. And there, look at this. Alba Fire, Slagent A reporting for duty. So there we go. Slagent A. So we've got Slagent P and Slagent A, and they make the Secret Hervis. Hey, they could be a tag team. Secret Hervis could be a tag team now of Alba and makes sense, wouldn't it? They're both Scottish, you know, and they're both part of the Hervis. So there we go. Maybe they could add tag team golds to that little group. Oh, I like it, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, let's go fun, shall we? Right? We've got a new Roman Reigns pop figure, which I'm not crazy about. I don't think it looks that great, to be honest, in golds. If you're a Roman Reigns fan, I'm sure you'll love it, but doesn't do it for me. TJF 1983, shout out to you. Johnny, shout out to you.
Wait, oh God.
What's so funny?
Well, I saw a Hall of Fame card and I got excited, and then I saw it was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
I got a little less excited, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They don't like us too much. I'm just keeping it 100. What? I'm just...
Wait, oh.
You don't like us too much? That was pretty funny. That was a funny line, right? So, interesting. Right, there is a new advert for 2K25. I just don't know if I'll get away with playing these things or not, but let's go. It goes for 1:30.
My name is Paul Heyman, and what I'm about to tell you is big. Introducing WWE 2K25. So, want to brawl backstage? Knock yourself out. But if you want to fight the greatest dynasty in sports entertainment, be my guest.
That's not my thing. You want some of this?
Here, anything can happen. And I do mean anything. Look, it's time to go beyond the ring. We're talking a new epic world, new arenas, new storylines. We call it the Island. Go beyond the ring and into the stuff of legends. You can even go beyond the ring to the Dead Man's Cathedral. Rest in peace. We'll go all the way beyond the ring to a place where you will acknowledge my tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
This is gonna be big.
This is the main event. This is WWE 2K25.
Really good, isn't it? Really, what an advert. What an advert. Heyman's so good in that as well. So captivating. I was lost in that then. I mean, I've got no interest in the game, but because I ain't got time. But even I was like, man, this is great. Go beyond the ring on the island. And it was really good. Hey, look at these thumb war superstars. So I'm guessing they're just heads that you put on your thumb and then you do like thumb wars with them. So look at that, 2 in every pack, collect them all. Rock is super rare, Logan Paul is rare, and these are all the ones you can get. Look at that. So that's from Wrestling Figure News Source. This is doing the rounds, man, and it's amazing. So you know how Naomi said that she did it for Bianca, that's why she attacked Jade's. Well, obviously, most famously, we found out that Rikishi did it for The Rock, right, back in the day. And so they've taken that moment, and I did it for Bianca, and they've kind of put Naomi's face on there. I mean, I don't know if this is offensive or not. I have no idea. I cannot get a read. The only thing I know is it is hilarious. Cigano said, I don't know who made this. I've seen it posted by several different accounts, but lol. This edit is crazy, said Julian. It is crazy. Joe, shout out to you. So here, look. Apparently he dropped his razor blades. Did KO accidentally lose his razor before that chair spots? There wasn't really that much blood, though, was there? There wasn't really that much blood, so I don't think a razor was necessary, was it? But either way, it does look a bit like a razor blade that's fallen out there, yes. So that you can do a little cut to get a little bit of blood. But there wasn't really that much blood. So, don't know. But Joe, shout out to you. Interesting. Okay, let's go other, shall we? Oh, yeah, this is so confusing. We'll come back to it. It's too confusing. Right, Hayden, thank you. PW Unlimited are saying that an ECW account has been set up, which looks like it's going to be the next channel. So there's a WCW one, but it seems like an ECW one might be on the way. Dave Meltzer has rated the Elimination Chamber 4.5 stars for the women's. Trish and Tiffany against Nia and Candice 2.75. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn 5 stars. 5 stars for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That is sick. That is sick. Do you know how hard it is to get a 5-star match out of Dave Meltzer on the main roster? Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn did it. 5 stars. Men's Elimination Chamber 4.75. 4.75, but well done to Kevin and Sami. So, Curtis, thank you. Larry, shout out to you. Alex Hammerstone has announced he's no longer under contract with TNA. So, he's a good talent, man. Look at him. He's absolutely shredded. So, I gotta think that WWE or AEW would be interested. So, interesting. AJ, just letting people know that Day of the Dead Girl is now available in stores. So this is, I guess, a new issue, is it? Our latest issue of Day of the Dead Girl. So there we go. Issue number 4, maybe, available now. So Ashma, thank you. And then, of course, really confusing, but we're going on the European tour now. So that means that a lot of the start times are going to be strange. Now, in America, it means that it should be the same for you. Like, it's going to be on USA Network at its usual time, but it's going to be taped. Spoilers will be out there. In the UK, start times are going to be different, right? So this week, SmackDown started at 1 a.m., but next week, it's 7 p.m., much earlier. And the week after that, 7 p.m., and then the week after that, 8 p.m. So much, much earlier, which means that in America, SmackDown will be on USA Network at its usual time, but it will be taped. Spoilers will be out there, right? In regards to Raw, same situation. On Monday, it seems to start an hour earlier. I don't know what that's about. I need to look into that. But on the 17th, 7 p.m. UK time, that is 2 p.m. American time, right? And obviously that means it's on Netflix, so it's just going to be live. You're going to have to watch it when you get home in America, and same with Canada as well. It's just going to air live at 2 p.m. right in America Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK time. Then they're 8 p.m. and then they're 8 p.m. as well. Next 3 weeks are a flipping nightmare. right? Certainly for our watch-alongs, a flipping nightmare. So if you want information, just take 5 hours off these times for Eastern time. But this is UK time when they're going to start, right? Same here as well. You can see when they're going to start UK time. Take 5 hours off. That will give you Eastern time. So complicated, confusing, different, nightmare. All of those words apply. So, yeah, we're about to hit a bumpy few weeks because of the European tour. They're in Spain next Friday. Monday should be okay because that's Madison Square Garden. Shouldn't see too much of a change there. So Monday's Raw should be okay. But next Friday, that's when we're going to start seeing the disruption. Okay, let's go community. So Tyler, shout out to you, ordering a couple of items. Cody Rhodes, oh, look at that, with a bit of Royal Rumble ring in there as well. A Penta shirt as well. So Tyler, congrats. Tony, congrats. Signed Sol Ruka cards and a signed Eddie Thorpe card as well. So there we go. Tony, shout out to you. Parker got a like from Carrion. Word of Wrestling got a like from Zelina. J Omega got a like from... Who did you get a like from? Oh, Zelina. It was up here, hidden. So, J Omega, congrats. Tristan said I had to. So, Tristan, look, getting this Bray Wyatt figure. Congrats, my friends. I love this series. I absolutely love it. And we were talking about the Dusty and Cody figures that are coming into this line. They've got Great Muta, Diesel, Iron Sheik, Zeus. They're all coming into this line as well. It's great. I love it. And yeah, I think this was season 1, actually, series 1, the Bray Wyatt. So Tristan, shout out to you. Blue Eyes said new United States champion, LA Knight, yeah. So Blue Eyes, shout out to you, my friends. So look how happy you are there. Shout out to you. Trenton said, I'm gonna go. So I hope you do, my friends. So here we go. WWE in Tampa. We mentioned it earlier. Saturday night's main event. Sunday, Battleground. Monday, Raw. Tuesday, NXT. All in Tampa in May. Trenton, I hope you get to go. Johnny, thank you for tagging me in the Randy girl. Thank you for tagging me in the Randy girl. Appreciate that. Blake02 getting a signed Liv Morgan image. Congrats, my friends. And Andy said, I'm sending you a picture of these latest figures. So these are the WrestleMania figures, look. Seth Rollins, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Bianca Belair. Got the belts in the background and everything. UFC belt as well. So Andy Nicholson sends me pictures a lot. And it's great to finally get one into Unseen. So yeah, shout out to you, my friends. I hope life's treating you well. And then, oh yeah, these are the ones we looked at yesterday. So it looks like I didn't totally clear the folders. Hopefully I cleared the thanks folder, otherwise we might be here a while. Right, let's go, shall we? I think I've took up enough of your time. So, Nando, Raymond, congrats. Getting a like from Carrion. CM Chunk, Phantom67, Ashma, Larry, Michael, Nails and NY. I Do Hard Drugs had me in fits of giggles. Yeah, people told me that the sage is not really like a drug. It's more to keep evil spirits away. But then I was also told that it is actually quite strong. And you can get a bit of a buzz off it. So I don't really know the truth. But I don't know. Sage. Beginners. At King Yeet Newsletter, wrestling's biggest fan, Patrick Smith, Chris Knowles, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Babs the Barbarian, TNT Pro Wrestling Booking Agency, Raymond, oh hello, who jumped in there? Who just jumped in? Patrick! Do you always do that, jump the queue? Casper, shout out to you as well, my friends. Raymond, Mosh X Fiend, Claire Webb, Wild Child Billy, CM Chunk, Little Bit of a Fan, Jang Tae Sang, King Yeet Newsletter, Jang Tae Sang, Babs the Barbarian. Oh my God, are these all the ones from the other day as well? Jazza, Las Vegas Mats, Johnny. Okay, we reached the end. Oh my God, I was like, no, don't tell me this is 2 days worth of thanks because we're going to be here forever. But no, it's good. We're done and we're out. So thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate the support. Hope you have a great weekend and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.